everyone. So I have been inspired by this Sweet Little Stockings stamp set that I got when I joined Stampin Up. And I just think it's so cute and adorable, and I really love the stockings, and it kind of reminded me of putting teddies inside stockings, so it gave me an idea for a 3D project. So I thought I'd come on and we could do that together. So what I have got here is the cardstock that I got also, and I bought the Regals collection. And I'm just going to read you out the colours that I got because I didn't know them at the time. So the colours I've got was Real Red, Cherry Cobbler, Cajun Craze, Pumpkin Pie, Crushed Curry, Old Olive, Garden Green, Shaded Spruce, Blackberry Bliss, and Rich Razzleberry. What a mouthful. I think I'm going to have a test or something to remember all of these things. But I just thought I would just say what they are in case you like the colours and wanted to get those colours. But I did just get the Regals collection pack, and you get 2 sheets of each. Now, when I did open it, I did notice that the weight of the card was splendid. Can I just say that word? Splendid it was. It really is a good weighty card, and I thought this is going to be perfect for 3D projects. So here I am attempting to do my first 3D project with this. So what I have here with my Real Red is a template that I downloaded. Well, not downloaded, I just printed it off Google Images. It is a free template, I'll make that clear, free template from Google Images, meant for using as a template. So if you particularly want this one, I'll leave my email in the description box, and if you just put Christmas stocking, I will send you this image so that you can, if you wanted to copy this exactly, then you can do so. If you were to use your own or wanted to draw one, you know, your measurements might change. So that is on offer to anyone that wanted it. So I'm going to be cutting that out in this real red. I may be saying these just to get them into my head, guys, okay? So I've already cut and scored everything, and can I just say, I was really impressed with the scoring in particular. I mean, there's a card's supposed to score, but if you ever had paper when you scored it and it just moves, it just shifts, it's so frustrating and you end up with marks and stuff. But this, it never happened. So I was really happy with that. So I have my Garden Green, Old Olive, and Cherry Cobbler. Well done me. Now, also, I just want to point out that I noticed I scored differently. I used my scoreboard this way, left to right. Now, that might confuse someone. It doesn't change what the scoring is. I just have a problem with scoring it from up to down because I get carpal tunnel in my arm, so it hurts after a while. But I've noticed if I do left to right, I'm not putting that strain. So if that's something that happens to you, you might want to try shifting it left to right. It doesn't make any difference because, you know, scoring, you score at the number, so it just works out better. But I just want to say that is why my scoreboard is this way round. And let's get on with it. Okay, so we need a main box. I had to put post-its on this because I would forget anything. I forget my own head sometimes. Right, I'm also going to put all the measurements to what I'm doing here in a description box as well. So if you do miss them, they'll be there. So this piece here, the main box, it is 10 3/8 by 9.5. So I've got this here on the 10 3/8 side, and we're going to score this at 1/2 inch, then at 3 1/8, then 7 1/4, then 9 7/8. Okay, now we'll flip it round to the 9.5 side, and we're going to score at half here, and we're going to score at 3 1/8. Perfect, that's that one done. Then we're going to come to the smaller box, and this one measures 8 3/4 by 7 7/8. So I have it on the 8 3/4 side, and we're going to score it at, I think I have this the wrong way around. No, 2 5/8, sorry, that's my bad. So yeah, on the, it's because I'm reading the wrong one here. 8 3/4, we're going to score at 2 5/8. Then we're going to score at, everything keeps moving, 4 1/8. Have you ever looked at some instructions and you just, all the numbers are jumbling around? I don't know whether it's me. I'm not good with numbers. And then 6 3/4, and then 8 1/4. So I'll just say that again. So it is 2 5/8, 4 1/8, 6 3/4, 8 1/4. Sorry if I confused anyone. Then we're going to turn it over to the 7 7/8 side, and we're going to score at 1 1/2, and then it's 6 1/4. Like that. Done. Then we're going to need a slide out box, and that's to go inside the small box. So this piece in the old olive, this is 8 by 5 1/4. On the 8 side, it's because I've already pre-scored, you see, so I'm making sure I'm getting on the right lines. On the 8-inch side, score at half, then score at 1 7/8, and then score at 6 5/8. Then we want to turn it to the 5 1/4, and we're going to score at 1 3/8, and then 3 7/8. And that's that scoring done. Then we're going to add a little front pocket. So the front pocket is 5 by 4, and on the 5-inch side you're going to score it at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 4 inches, and 4 1/2. And then you're going to turn it to the 4-inch side, and you're going to score it at 1/2 inch and 1 inches. Then to make a little, I can't think what it's called, a little flap for your pocket. A little flap for your pocket, I don't know. Is that even correct? The flap. It sounds bizarre. I'm sure it's right, but in my head it's sounding really bizarre. In the flap, you're going to need a piece that is 3 by 2 7/8. On the 3-inch side, I'm going to score it at 1 inch and 1 1/2. And they are all the pieces done. Excellent. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut out my template onto the real red. So I'm literally just going to trace it, cut it out, and then I'll come back. Right, so I've cut out the template, and then what I've also done is I have cut these bits off my template. So I want to be using these bits as my next part of the template when it comes for decoration. So I'm just going to pop them over there and keep them safe. And now this bit can be discarded, scraps, whatever you want to do. And I'm left with my lovely red stocking. I think this is just a perfect colour for Christmas. So let's turn it into a 3D stocking. Well, 3D box stocking. So we're going to need our pieces back. I'm just going to pop the front pocket to one side. And I'm going to start with the smaller box. So the first thing I'm going to do is start burnishing the lines that we have scored. Do that before we start making any cuts. And this is folding lovely. I am super impressed with this cardstock. And the cardstock is $11.75 for 20 sheets. And I think that personally to me is very good. Like, I do go through cardstock a lot. And I think, honestly, if I was to even stop doing Stampin' Up demonstrating, I think I would still get the cardstock because I really am impressed with it. Right, so now that we have this all burnished, we want to create a box. So this is going to be our tab. So we need to first of all cut that out. So I'm just going to cut some wedges. And that means that this one can be cut out. And I always cut away at the score line. Like so. Then we need to create these. So I'm just wedging and cutting out the score line. So I'm creating the smaller ones into wedges. And then keeping the larger ones as holes. So wedge in the small. And then we'll cut. I'll do that on both sides. Wedge. Like that. Now it's just a case of assembling. So what I like to do is start with the tab. I'm just going to get my wet glue. I love using this glue. It is my favourite. Now, Stampin' Up do their own wet glue, but I'm not a huge fan of wet glue. And I only really ever get on with this one. So that's probably something that I won't change. I think glue and adhesive is very, very personal. Very personal indeed. And I think the glue that they do have is good for card makers, which I think Stampin' Up seem to have a more target audience for card makers. I myself do not consider myself a card maker, even though I am attempting cards a lot more nowadays. And I think this glue is just a strong glue, especially for 3D projects, because you want them to last. You don't really need the sliding around for very long. So that's already stuck there, you see. And then we're going to fold the ends. So I put the tabs in, and then I pop some glue on, and I fold one up I might have folded the wrong one up. Fold one and then one. There we are. I'm just going to add a little bit more glue. And there we have a nice sealed box. It really is. I've got this new camera, but my light is lower than the camera, so I'm gonna have to rearrange my stuff. I need to press it down with my bone folder. Right, so this side is actually a slide out. So what I actually need to do is create tabs on this side, some wedges, because these are actually going to be reinforcement pieces. So our box can slide in and out. So let's put in these smaller bits first, and they go all the way in like that. Put in reinforcement on one edge because, you know, you're going to be pulling the box in and out. It's going to have some sort of wear and tear. And then the final one, like so. So there we have our first little box all made up in garden green. Yay! Maybe someone should do point systems for get it right or wrong. Right, now we're going to do the box that will slide in and out. And this is in Old Olive. See, my brain it's there. Okay. Oh, I've got glue on my bone folder now. So we're just burnishing them score lines. And they really, like, you see, like, how prominent they are. That's really good. It is really good. Wonderful. Right, so this bit here, this 1/2 inch, this is the reinforcement. Like I said, because you're going to be pulling it in and out, it needs a bit more stability. So I'm just going to cut that first. Like so. Then we're going to cut our tabs. Now, what I like to do, because it's not a box, it's a sliding box, I like to keep it as sturdy as possible. So I don't create wedges on this. I just literally cut out the score line that I've made. And this means that I can get my tabs to be as flush as possible. Well, that is the aim anyway. I mean, it doesn't always 100% happen, but majority of the time it does. And I just think it gives it a nice, neat finish. And I just think when you've put in a lot of hard work in a project, you just want a little nice, neat, clean, you know, look about it. So that is the reason I do that. But really, it's stability. So I'm going to add the glue onto my tab, and that is going to go straight down. And that is going to reinforce this side panel. So I want to bone fold and really, really stick that down. Like so. And then I want to start attaching. So I'm going to put glue on the outside of the tabs to stick it in, and this is what I mean. So I basically come up and it's flush, and that adds strength into my corner. Because it's glue and not hot glue, give it a bit of time. I'm so used to using hot glue, and I can just, there it's stuck, there it's stuck. But this is gonna last. I'm thinking I might give this as a little great present for one of my kids, because it will fit a small bear in the box, and that's just totally the inspiration from the stamp set with the cute little doggies and the cats and the hamster popping its little head out of the stocking. So cute. I've never had my own dog. I've only ever had a family dog. We had a Dalmatian growing up, and his name was Domino, and I absolutely adored him. And then my mum still got dogs, so she loves dogs. And she's got 2 now, and they're Labradors. So yeah, when I saw that stamp set, it really appealed to me, because I thought, this is going to be used. All my family, they love animals. My brother, he's got a dog. I had a cat, and I loved my cat, but my cat did not love us. He was one of them cats who was just made to be on a farm, ruling the farm. So he went to live on an actual farm, and he has never been happy, and we still see him, and yeah, he's so happy there. I mean, I did rescue him. He was found in a bush when he was a kitten, just meowing at me, so I did take him in and raise him, and now he's happy. So there we have our sliding compartment to our small box. This is great. You can add little chocolates and things in there, or, you know, for that something special. So that is our first box made up. I was running through what I've got. I also want to point out I had a wonderful hamster, and my kids decided to name him all sorts of bizarre names, but in the end I just told him his name was Steve, and that was the end of it. So Steve the hamster, Star the cat, and Domino the dog. They're my pets, really. Right, so the main box. I'm completely going off keister here. So again, I'm just burnishing these lines. Now, this is an open box. Like I said, it will fit in a teddy, or I don't know, whatever. It's going to be a large box for something special. And yeah, you could stuff a load of candy canes in it, the really big ones, or a load of socks, or in my dad's case, thousands of oranges, because that's all he ever got. When will we ever stop hearing that Christmas story? I don't know. Right, so I've burnished all the lines. Now, the 1/2 inch round the edge of these 3 sides is what's going to stick onto. So we need to create this into a box. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut my score lines out here, where the rectangle box meets the square box. I'll do that on both sides. It does get confusing, these cutting out lines and stuff. So if at any point you need to stop, pause, rewind, just let me know in the comments if you found it easy to follow or not. I'm not, I mean, I've done tutorials, but I am very new at them still. So that's going to go up there. So then what we need to do now is create some wedges here and here, and then we can do one here, and yes, the rest can come off. So this 1/2 inch here, that can all come away. We don't need that getting in the way. I've got tens, so I always pull. It's a bad thing to do because you might end up pulling or ripping something you shouldn't. So I do apologise if I'm giving you bad habits. I feel very waffly in my head today, so I'm sorry if I go quiet. It's because I'm probably telling myself to shut up. Really, at the minute, I'm really not doing well with my head. Oh well. Right, so don't know where that came from. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just really giddy at the minute, and I don't know what's going on with me at the minute, but I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm just a mixture of everything. So I'm just putting some glue on the outside of this tab, and that is going to stick into the inside here. Make sure it's nice and flush, checking on the outside. And I'll use my bone folder to press it down. I'm actually getting a Christmas tree. An actual Christmas tree this year. I can't believe it. It's half a tree though. It's called half a tree because I don't really have any space, so the back's missing, which is fine because you don't decorate the back. But it's the first time I've had a Christmas tree in about 5 years. Well, not 5 years. About 2 years. 3. And yeah. Theo just becomes like Tarzan and swings off it. And it broke. Completely broke. So I've had a pop-up one for a few years that was just tinsel. But now I've got an opportunity to have this half a tree. And I'm kind of excited about it. I don't normally get very excited about Christmas, but I'm starting to, and I think crafting has really helped with that. So I'm really excited to do these projects. This is what's making me really happy at the minute. So yeah. Right, there we have the box. Now it doesn't really look like a box because there's a side missing, but that is what's going to go on to the back of the stocking. And as you can see, you can fit a lot in there so far. So let's start sticking it all together. So I'm going to take my small box, make sure I know which way round it is. And this bit I'm going to lie at the bottom of my stocking here so that it lines up. I might just do it that way so then I can make sure it lines up perfectly. There. I'm going to pop a pencil mark where it needs to go, and this is going to basically make your box stand up. So it's a very important one. Right, make sure it's sliding the right way up. So we need glue on this side. It's a shame we can't play Christmas music on YouTube. It'd be nice to sit here with Christmas music on, crafting away some Christmas crafts. Be lovely. Right, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the sliding bit out so that I can get my bone folder in. and give it a rub inside to make sure that that sticks down nice. And as you can see, it's starting to stand up. Wonder what I could put in this hidden bit. Thinking, I think chocolate's probably the best, isn't it? Okay, and then that one slides in there. Now this one is going to go on the back, and it's going, these tabs are going to stick to the bottom here. Now there is going to be a little bit of a hole here, but that is just where the corner is, and it's not gonna affect at all the box. So let's pop some glue here, here, all down these tabs. And then I'm also going to pop glue on the bottom, so I don't really need too much on this side. I mean, it is wipe off if I need to. Little bit of guesstimation going on. And plop it on. I'm just going to use my body. And just taking one tab at a time, pressing it down, making sure it's on straight as well. Just taking that time. And then make sure I've got the bottom one on, and then stand it up and push it down. And there we have it. Some boxes on the back of a stocking. How wonderful is that? So we've pretty much made it now. The only thing I want to add is a front pocket, and then we can get to decorating, which is so exciting. That's my favourite part of crafting, you know, is the decoration. Now what I do want to do is pop some rounded corners off, but me being me, I didn't have one. I haven't got one to hand, but I have got, oh, I haven't got my envelope punch just here to the side of me, so I am just going to quickly round them off like that. And I should probably tell you that you can get a corner puncher, I'm sure. I should know this from Stampin' Up. Let's have a look. Let's consult the catalogue 1 second. Punches, 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 punches. No, it doesn't appear to be one anymore. Oh, they have got ones that do tags, so you could use that one. If not, just use your envelope punch board. Off camera. Right, so what I've done is I've just burnished and folded these, and that is going to make our flap there. And then I'm going to burnish these, and I want to burnish them like this. This is going to create a nice small pocket at the front. I don't know what you could put in this one. Probably a little note or something. Or you could make a tag, I guess. I don't know. There's a lot that can go on with this. I'm just showing you the basics. Now, I'm going to cut away here. Me think. No, I'm not. I'm going to cut the 3. That's it. Had to stop myself then. I almost ruined it, I think. I've done that right now. Yeah. So I'll show you on this one. As you can see, I've cut away the 3 squares and created this into a tab. So cut down, cut away, and cut away. Excellent, done it again. So I've created my tabs. They're going to go up there, that's going to go around there, that's going to go around there, and we're going to have a lovely little box. Right, let's get sticking. So first thing is the little tabs. I like to leave these bits on for stability. I've seen some people cut them off, but I like to keep them on. I like things to be stable and sturdy and strong because I want it to last. I do need to start getting rid of some stuff though, because I've got boxes and boxes full of my projects and I just don't know what to do with them. So I know it's probably not the best video to say these things, but if you can think of anything I could do with them, just give me a comment and I will listen to you. Right, so I'm going to add glue here and here, and just like we did with the main box. Right, let's see where I want to have this pocket. I'm thinking right here in the middle. Why not? So we'll stick it on there, and then I'm just going to get my bone folder, squish it there, squish it there, squish it there. It's a bit more tricky when it's not on a flat surface, but this is why I like the tacky strong glue, because it tacks. Just coming up a bit there. Oh, it was a bit aggressive then, a bit aggressive. That was my finger. I promise. Sorry, that was 100% my finger. Oh lordy. Right, I think that is stuck. And then the pocket bit is just going to stick here and go there. So let's pop some glue on the back there. Just going to slide it in. Now I did make it, because this was 3 inches and I made this 2 7/8, so that it would leave a bit of a gap to allow movement, not get caught. So I'm just trying to stick that in. I think I need some glue. It's a little bit harder now because maybe I should have stuck the pocket on first, just purely because I've got that big box on the back and nothing to hold it. So I think I'm just pressing it now, and that's working. So there we have our pocket there. I'll probably pop a little Velcro dot on it. Lovely. So now our box is all done. Just needs a little bit of decoration. It just looks a bit like a red and green shaped stocking at the minute. So what I've done is, with the bits and scraps, I've created a basket weave. And I thought, with it being a stocking, I thought this might look really pretty. So all it is, and I'll take, because I've not glued this down at all, is I've laid the strips of red across and then just going alternative. So this one is over, so this one needs to go under. That one then goes over, then under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, and then back under. And then just squash them together and it creates this lovely, lovely basket weave. And I was thinking I could use this as decoration. So to do that, I need to take these bits that I chopped off before, like that. And I'm going to bring in my real red that I used for cutting out the main template, and I'm just going to trace around these like that, and then I'll cut them out. I'm just trying to use up areas. And then that'll have something for the basket weave to stick to. See, sometimes there is some sort of method to my complete madness. So let's just chop these out. Now, I've not made one of these. There's no one off the side somewhere. I'm completely making this up as I go with you because I just want to play with this cardstock, because like I say, I love my 3D projects, and I saw the stockings. It gave me this idea. I want to see how well this cardstock holds for a 3D project, and so far it's so good. So I'm impressed. I don't know if anyone else will be impressed, but if you are, give me a like. That would be nice. And if you're not, I'm sorry. Right, so important to save your scraps. Just move all that out the way. Also important to remember which way round your things need to go. So that'll go there, and then that will go there. Right, so I'm going to bring in this, and then this is the back bit. I'll start with my larger size, so I think that will fit there. That one can just fit there, and that one, so I've definitely made enough, thank goodness. I've got a pom-pom, a random pom-pom stuck to my glue now. Oh boy. What a mess. So I'm just gonna stick that on there. Then we'll stick this one. I'm really going all the way to the edges because I don't want my basket weave to undo. That would be terrible. So I'm just going to get that close to that. I know it's really close together. There we go. And then finally, the little bit that goes on the ankle, or not the ankle, the heel. I don't even know sock anatomy. And we'll pop that one there. Give them a good squeeze. And I just thought this was a fantastic way of just using up your scraps and giving it a bit of life, a bit of texture, you know. Don't know what I'm talking about, but you know, I'm just trying to do something a little bit different. I've got an idea in my head and I'm just going with it. So I'm just cutting away now at these. Some bits are gonna fall because some bits are not stuck. Like this bit is not sticking. Stick down, please. Don't want any issues. Don't want any sock frays. Right, okay. So that goes like that. See the concentration now. I've gone very quiet. Here we are. Let's have a reveal. Ta-da! Look at that. So that'll go on the edge of the toe part of my sock, and I just thought that was a bit different. Something I'm using up with my scraps, and that is in the testing time. Garden green and cherry cobbler. Yes, cherry cobbler. Do I get a point for that one? Oh boy. It's good not to take yourself too seriously. Telling myself, just to give myself a little pep talk there. And there is the little heel part. Oh, this is looking amazing. I am so, do you know, it's so good when something comes together that you've had in your head and you think, oh, I really want to try that. So here I am trying it for the first time on a video, which will have to be uploaded because, you know, I have to do these things. Stampin' Up wise anyway. Don't have to do anything, but you know, I have made that decision to become a demonstrator, so in a way it is like having a boss telling you you need to do it, even though that boss is me. So it's a complex thing. Right, here we go. Right, I just want to put some glue on the edge of here just because they were on the edge piece. So just want to pop a little bit of glue down there, and I'm absolutely amazed that this is turned out. Not all my ideas turn out, I'll tell you. But I'm really, really happy that this one has. And that's going to go there like that. So I'm just going to clear this all away. I'm going to get them stuck down. And I've also done some stamped out images already. So I just want to show you these ones. So I've done the dog and his little stocking here. So cute, right? So cute. And he's got a little hat there and everything. So I've done some stamped images already. I've got some bits and bobs. So I'm going to come back, get this cleaned up, and I will show you it's all lovely and decorated. so here we have the finished product, and as you can see, I've popped in a little ribbit, as Theo calls him, the frog. It's a Frodo frog that I saw at the co-op being sold with a pack of chocolate. So my kids have already grabbed this the minute they came on the shelves. So that was all I had to hand. I haven't actually got the teddy that I was thinking of in my head. I've not been out and bought that yet. But as you can see, this is a decent size teddy. So if you've got a newborn baby, it's their first Christmas, or it's staring me right in the face. This is all about animals and dogs and stuff. You can get dog toys and cat toys. Staring me in the face right there. I bet you, if anyone was thinking that the whole way through and thought, Jessica, come on. Anyway, it just come to me then. Dog toys, perfect. But yeah, I've got a little teddy in the back, and there's still an abundance of room, so if I wanted to stick something more in there, I can. I've added a 2 from Sending Lots of Love, and that is part of the stamp set. So you do get 2 from Sending Lots of Love and the kisses. Now, I try to use as kisses. I love these kisses. When I first saw them kisses, I didn't think of them as kisses. I saw them as stitching. And then as you can see here on the, I've stuck the cat in this one. It's got the kisses. And I didn't think, did I? And I attempted, and you probably all laughed your head off at me, to stamp on something that was basically not going to be stampable, and I just feel like I made a mess of that now. So I went in with my Sharpie. At first I tried my pen, but it was too thin, and then I went over my Sharpie and it just made a hideous mess. So moral of the story is decorate any stamped image first, like I did with these, because they turned out lovely. Look at them. I love them. And I actually did colour these in with my personal alcohol markers. I do have quite a lot of them, but Stampin' Up do their own. They're called Stampin' Blends. They do look lovely, and obviously the pros to that is that their colours match their collection. This is what I do love about Stampin' Up, is the colour coordination. They match, they gel well together. So if I had no alcohol markers, I would definitely invest in the Stampin' Up ones, especially if I'm going to be buying the cardstock and the ink, because the colours just blend beautifully. So what I tried to do was match the colours that I have got to the colours that I have got that are in Stampin' Up. So that's what I've done there. And then just use a gold pen, metallic pen, for some accents. So how super cute is that? Oh, and then here in the sliding pocket, I've added a load of candy canes. These little mini candy canes, just perfect. So there it is from the back. Here it is from the front. So this was my 3D project, totally inspired by this Sweet Little Stocking stamp set. This stamp set is only in the mini catalogue, so unfortunately come December this will be no more. So if you are interested in getting a stamp set, I do recommend that you get it as soon as possible. It does come with a die set as well, and I do believe that it is in a bundle. Good old me has not got anything to hand, but I will pop a link in if it has, and I will of course leave all my Stampin' Up information in the description box, along with the measurements and everything that we've made today. So thank you so much for watching along, and this very long tutorial. It's full of mistakes, it was full of waffle, so I hope you don't mind that, and yeah, I hope that you have a go at making this project too. So thank you everyone again. I'm just going to say bye. See you all. Bye.